Hello, so today we're going to be doing some finger exercises concentrating on little pinky independence, and that's the noise of everybody going to a new video. Right, nobody likes to use this pinky, so this will be a very low viewed video. But we'll get into it. I think it's very important to get used to it, although I'm sure as a teenager I was quite against using my pinky because it just wants to go back there and hide all the time. Right, let's get going. Right hand. Anytime we play any kind of speed building exercise, we need string isolation of some sort to make sure that we're only projecting the note that we want to project and that we've got no string rings and little noises ringing through while we're playing. So to start with, we're going to get this right hand in a good position. So get in your middle two fingers, finger 2, finger 3, onto the first 2 strings, and then put your pick against the side of your 4th string and rest your thumb on the 5th and 6th string. All the strings are being touched then except the 3rd, yeah? So no matter what happens, that's all that's going to ring through this, yeah? It's quite an important thing to get. It might feel a little bit awkward at first because I know a lot of people to start with want to float the hand or not quite, or we get taught to hold it this way when we're playing rhythms and stuff like that, and then turn our hand in when we start to play a bit more lead, resting that thumb against them strings. Yeah, right, we're not going to be picking anything in this, it's all going to be hammer-ons and pull-offs. So starting with the pinky, we're going to be on fret 12 of the 3rd string and we're going to hammer it on and then pull it off, and then we're going to go to the 8th fret with our 1st finger, hammer on, pull off, yeah? Now you can do this 2 or 4 times, it's up to you. They both sound good, yeah? The 4 times gives you a little bit of time to think about what's happening, get comfortable before you make the move to the next one. The 2 time, when you play it twice, gives you less time to think. You have to move. By the time you've got comfortable, it's already time to move. And I think it just pushes you a little bit harder. But if you want to just try it 4 times to start with before you move, then that's also fine, yeah? Whatever you feel comfortable with. So let's get it started then. So we've got the 12-8. And then we're going to go to 10 and 7, and the same finger pattern's going to happen. Little finger hammer on, pull off, and the 1st finger on 7. Hammer on, pull off, and then it's going to move up again, same finger pattern, but on 8 and 5 we're going to hammer on, pull off, hammer on first, pull off, and move up one more time to 7 and 4, exactly the same, pinky and 1st finger, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off. So that's going to be 12 and 8, 10 and 7, 8 and 5, and 7 and 4. Now we're going to change strings, and this is probably the trickiest part of this whole thing, is getting from this part of the guitar up here all the way back down to the 4th string, and we're going to be playing the exact same frets, exact same pattern on the 4th string, yeah? And then the right hand is just going to move up a string, and your pinky will probably come in just to touch the top of your high E string, and then again you've only got 1 string that can ring through, all the others are isolated. Yeah, it's quite a quick movement, but you've got a lot to think about there by being up here tapping and pulling things off and all that kind of thing to move this hand all the way back down there while this hand's moving up here. Yeah, so this is why we're going to talk about going super slow in a minute. Right, and exactly the same. 12, 8, 10, 7, 8, 5, 7 and 4. So all together you'll have nice and steady 12, 8, 10, 7, 8, 5, 7/4, change string, 12/8, 10/7, 8/5, 7/4. And you could even end it with the 7th fret of your 4th string with a big hammer on, and then you can go back round and start again if you really want. It sounds quite cool to go straight back into it. It's quite a cool sounding finger exercise, so I thought I'd stick with that for the first one. Now, with finger exercises, you know, to playing them correctly, it's not something that we go get on stage and perform finger exercises. We don't do that. We play songs, yeah, or whatever. So there's no point in cheating ourselves in this. We may as well just do it right and play it clean and clear every time, yeah? Even if it means playing it super slow. If you think, oh, I'm playing this so slow, I'm rubbish at this. We've all been there. I've been there. Seeing my guitar teacher play it super fast, and then me thinking, oh, I can't get anywhere near that speed. He's played for 30 odd years. Of course he's going to be faster. Put loads more time into it than I've had a chance to do. So don't get put off by this. Things to make progress visible. You can write it on a piece of paper and put your metronome on at 40, 60 beats a minute, whatever it needs to be to play it clean and clear. And then once you've played it a few times clean and clear, put your metronome up, keep doing that. Just a couple of beats, 2 or 3 beats a minute is usually about all you want to do. Your brain doesn't seem to notice it as much. If you start skipping 10 to 20 beats a minute, your brain notices, and that's when you'll start to make the mistakes. Just spend the time putting it up 2 to 3 beats a minute rather than 10 to 20 when you get overconfident. And we've all been there. I've done this. And then write it down. Progress over a week, over 2 weeks. If you want to work at it like that, I tend to use finger exercises like this as I'm warming up before I go out and play. And I have 10, 15, 20 minutes practicing my guitar. And usually it's in a noisy environment, so I can't hear a thing I'm playing anyway. So it doesn't matter what I'm playing. And I'll just run some finger exercises for that time, so that when I get on stage, I'm already warm, my fingers are already working, and then I can play far more comfortably. Otherwise, you're spending the first 20 minutes of your set warming your fingers up, and you're having to concentrate more and work harder, and you're not moving as much and you're not performing as well. So they're also not just for getting faster, but just to get your muscles warm up. An athlete would do his stretches or her stretches before they went for a race or whatever they were doing. They don't just turn up and run 100 meters. They're warm, their muscles are ready and relaxed. So it's another use of that kind of thing. Right, so sticking your metronome on, nice and steady, nice and clean, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off. And we want the noise level, the volume of the hammers and the pull-offs to be the same throughout, so it's nice and clear, yeah? We don't want a heavy hammer on or hardly a hammer on and then a big loud pull-off. We want that even tone the whole time through this. So hopefully that exercise will serve you well and it sounds cool. You could also, if you're in the right key, you could add it into a guitar solo or a part of it into a guitar solo, or play it on a different string, second string. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And then you are playing in front of people if you like the sound of it. You just got to make it fit. Right. Okay, I will probably leave it at that today, so thank you very much.